Hey everybody, Josh Ajima here on the Design Make Teach channel with an episode that is long overdue. Now, a lot of the popular YouTubers have a segment called Fan Mail Friday where they open up stuff that people have sent them. Now, I'm super happy. I have 170 subscribers now, but I certainly haven't reached the level where people are actually sending me things that I need to have a special day to open them up. But I did enter and win a contest thanks to a tweet by Tom Burtonwood. I found out that Filabot was having a contest, so Filabot, and Filabot makes the filament recyclers, where you take all of your old prints and you throw them in and you grind them up. At least that's why other maker educators are super excited about the Filabot, is the idea of being able to responsibly recycle bad filament or bad prints and things like that. I think with this Filabot you can actually use pure resin, like virgin resin, and make your own filament that way. But again, you know, a lot of people are excited about, instead of just throwing away prints, being able to recycle them. So Filabot makes a machine, Filabot makes a machine that allows you to make your own filament. So when I heard about this contest, I kind of thought that what I would be getting is, did I tell you I won? I won the contest, right? So the contest was for free filament. And so when I won, I thought I would be getting, as a prize, recycled filament, or they actually have a filament that's made up of different colors, and that's super cool. And so, anyways, here's the reveal. So, free Filament Friday, Filabot sent me a box of free filament. So let's open that up. So instead of their recycled filament, is actually super cool. Here's Tallman, 1 pound natural, so kind of clear filament, 2.85 millimeter for the Ultimaker. So that's kind of cool. But wait, there's more. Another T-glaze, 1 pound red star. All right, 2.85. That's cool. And another red star, and a 1 pound of the T-glaze Orion blue. And so this is a high strength PETT industrial 3D printing material. So four spools of filament, super exciting, and then a couple of Filabot stickers. So super excited about that. Super happy to get that on Free Filament Friday here. But that was box one. A couple days later, I got another box. What? Oh, this one, even bigger. Another 1 pound natural of the Tallman. This is the 618. Some Tallman Invent yellow 2.85 millimeter copolyester there. It's kind of wondering, maybe they, now that they're making their own filament, they just had a lot of leftover stuff. Here's some 1.75 millimeter T-glaze. It's a big box. It's pretty heavy. Another 2.85 millimeter natural. Oh, that's the Tallman Bridge nylon. Okay, cool. Invent black 2.85 millimeter copolyester. Looks like a little half spool there. Clear 1.75 millimeter round in the T-glaze. 1 pound black of the 3 millimeter round T-glaze. Some more yellow Invent copolyester. Boom. 2.85 millimeter 1 pound natural. Some more T-glaze 1 pound clear. I'm not quite sure what the difference between the clear and the natural. Well, the clear looks super clear, and then the natural looks like it's gonna be slightly have a slight opaqueness there. So those will be fun to kind of experiment with and see what the difference is between those. And then another T-glaze 1 pound red star. So the translucent filament. So Filabot and stickers. Lots and lots of stickers. So Filabot, thank you so much for the contest and the prizes. That's super exciting. If you're watching this, I would love some ideas in the comments on what to do with the more translucent and natural filaments and things like that. Sometimes I don't necessarily like the translucent stuff for the classroom manipulatives because it's hard to see the details. But I'm sure some of you have some super exciting project ideas to do. Maybe in the past I've thought about doing something with maybe like a stained glass sort of thing, or maybe doing something with like a vase sort of thing with a light in it, and Halloween's coming up. So anyways, I'm looking forward to any kind of project ideas you have like that. So if you're out there and you're a maker educator and you have a Twitter account, do all the contests and things. Like if I'm following you, I won't mind if you're doing one of those retweet things, because sometimes not a lot of people enter these contests and you can win things. Like I've won like a computer in the past from like CDWG, and you just never know. So definitely worth doing. Now this last weekend I also went to Maker Faire New York, and I stopped by the Print It Solid booth. And according to the Federal Trade Commission, I need to tell you that Print It Solid gives me a discount on Filament. Okay, so they kind of unofficially sponsor me. The Matthew Gordon just thinks I do some cool stuff on the blog, and so he gives me a nice discount. So anyways, I stopped by the Print It Solid booth, and they were giving away these little splash spools, and this is the Poly Alchemy Elixir PLA blend. So when I first went over, I just kind of grabbed what was out, which was the 1.75 millimeter splash spools, and so I grabbed just, one of, they were like, help yourself, take one of every color. And so I got some colors for 1.75. And, so there's some interesting colors here. Colors maybe that I wouldn't have spent, $20, $30, $40 for a spool of that particular color. But it's nice to have these little, these smaller little segments of it, just in case I have a project where I want an accent color or something like that. And I was kind of like, I don't know if I really need that much filament, until I saw some of these colors, which were just kind of really, really shimmery. They had some models that were printed up, and that was nice. And so kind of that green, and there's a little gray, and so that's kind of cool. And so I came back later, right? And it turns out they had a lot of 2.85 millimeter filament, so I have the Ultimaker that can take that. And so they loaded me up with the bag. It was Sunday, and a lot of people just weren't taking the 2.85 millimeter filament, so they had a ton of it. So lots of different colors, the yellow, a little pink there, this kind of turquoise, the gray, some black, some more pink, and some white, pink and white. So it's super cool to have all of these different colors available. This is more of kind of like an orange, some peach kind of colors here, and all right, so that's awesome to have, because to have this many different colors would be hundreds of dollars to have that much filament. So thank you, Print It Solid and Poly Alchemy Elixir for the free giveaways of filament. If you are a maker educator in Northern Virginia, and I can get, and you're like your school or your school really needs filament, like you had to beg and borrow and steal to get a printer, and you need some filament for your school, and I can get it to you without paying shipment here in the Northern Virginia area, I would love to help you out. Just leave me a message. And so, you know, these, I'm excited to kind of try out some of these different colors. The only thing that's kind of a bummer with the Bowden style tubes is that these don't go quite as far as you think they will, because you kind of have about like 1.5 feet of dead space in there just because of the Bowden tube. But these should be enough to do several smaller kind of models a piece. So that is Free Filament Friday. Super excited, super happy and appreciative. And again, if you have some ideas, I'm thinking that I can put the 0.8 millimeter nozzle on the Ultimaker there, and maybe do some bigger projects and things like that. So thanks a lot, and have the best day ever.